All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Devin Smith PS4 Sports League Network live on YouTube, PS4 live stream, Joe Price Facebook. Today we are doing the last game. We are doing the last game of the wild card weekend, and of course, I'm Big Kurt Lloyd Green. I'm going to be coaching the Philadelphia Eagles. We're at New Orleans Saints in a do-or-die elimination game. If we win this, we move on to the NFC divisional playoff round, second round. We definitely hope to do that. Last season, we lost in the first round. I'm not happy to admit that. Last season, we lost in the first round to Seattle. All right. If anybody want to join any leagues, friend me on my PSN at Joe Price 834. Friend me on Facebook under the name Joe Price, or friend me on my YouTube page, Devin Smith. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the bell so you could be notified for new content when I do it. Also, check out my Facebook page, Joe Price Hall of Fame, which is an exclusive championship Facebook page that has playoff championship content from the past and the current. All right, let's also look at some updates for today. All right, earlier today, Kansas City Chiefs, number 4 seed, knocks off Los Angeles Chargers, number 6 seed. Kansas City wins 42 to Los Angeles Chargers 21. Then we have Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Houston Texans. Pittsburgh, number 3 seed, knocks off Houston Texans, the number 5 seed. Pittsburgh winning 17 to Houston Texans 10. Then we're going to bring it up to the NFC. Seattle Seahawks at Washington. Washington upsets Seattle. Washington Redskins wins 21 to Seattle 12. Seattle was the 3rd seed. Washington Redskins was the 4th seed. So Washington Redskins will move on to the second round NFC Divisional Championship. Seattle Seahawks are eliminated for this season 12 of the Madden League, and that will be the same also. That's the NFC, and then we go over to the AFC. Pittsburgh Steelers will move on to the second round AFC Divisional Championship, and Houston Texans are going home. Kansas City will move on to the second round AFC Divisional Championship, and the Los Angeles Chargers will be eliminated. All right. So that's that. All right, we're going to get this game underway. Philadelphia Eagles at New Orleans Saints. Wild card first round playoffs, Madden League Season 12, 2018 underway.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Let's go, Philly! Let's go!
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Total relentlessness of consistency, almost like a machine. If you watch him in practice, after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I started calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever defense does during a game, he absorbs it and then uses it against them as the game moves on.
The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
On second down, here's Brees. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. A look now at the defensive starters for Philadelphia. They played really well in the win last week over the Redskins.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Ready? You ready?
Shotgun now for Brees. And Gibbs got it. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Brees to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Good interception. Let's go Eagles. Good defensive play.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January, but there's 20 other teams who wouldn't mind being on that road.
You're exactly right about that. But your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset now. How do you break it down so that you're not looking at this whole big road and say to yourself, we've got no shot. You break it down to this game right now, win that one, then worry about the rest of them after that.
And that's exactly right, and the staff told us that. They've been focusing with the players on don't look ahead, but that's hard to do sometimes, is it not?
It is hard to do because the ultimate goal is to do what? Is to win a Super Bowl. So you have to look ahead a little bit, but you make sure you focus on the game at hand.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Alex Okafor in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Wentz to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great. For the offense, they can't be despondent.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that is incomplete here.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Wentz now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Ready, yellow lady, time.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses that might come to play. One has already come to play here. Safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back on. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Breeze picked off by his former teammate, Malcolm Jenkins. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Completes it to Ajayi. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st down, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. From the red zone now, Wentz under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Demario Davis leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So 1 quarter in the books here the opening weekend of the NFC playoffs. 2-0 is our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
I see you decided to put Wentz back in now.
Yes, I did.
The NFL on EA Sports.
I decided to go with
fueled by Gatorade.
And the reason why I did that because Nick Foles got hurt last night.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
It's
the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2.
That
but they
last
face a
season
second
game
and
last
long
night,
to start
Week
things
18,
out.
Nick Foles got hurt. I didn't feel like that was a good
Sacks,
start.
a growing
It didn't
theme
give
in
me
this
a good
first
feeling.
half. This is
So
second
I said,
and
next,
long.
I'm going to put Wentz in because Wentz won the last game. He helped us blow out Washington. So,
Now Wentz throwing on second down. A giant hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it
That's
on
bull and
defense.
that's a lazy play not to hold on to it.
But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Ready? Waiting?
Breeze to throw on second down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he'll score.
Eagles, let's celebrate.
Eagles.
Jalen Mills coming up big.
That was an interception, but on the field,
Let's
the
go,
guys
Eagles.
are
That's what
picking
I'm
it
talking
up. They're
about.
not saying
All right, let's
that.
go.
What word are they using?
There we go. That's how we got to do it. That's how we got to do it. Defense
That's your
stepping up big.
vernacular. I've never
That's
heard
what I'm
anybody
talking
say
about. It ain't
Oski.
over yet.
Ask
We
around.
got a lot of
They'll
time,
tell
though.
you.
But this is a good start. Let's go Philly. Jalen Mills. Pick and a touchdown for Philly. All right, we're going to go for...
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
Okay, we're going to do one.
Nice
Elliott
muted
good
but
with a
great kick.
PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up
Yes,
successful.
definitely we needed it. Definitely.
So the defense
Yes,
creating
yes.
some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Ready? United?
On second down, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know, those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback,
That's what you get tomorrow for talking shit
using that
LOL.
pressure against the defense. They worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that?
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Breeze. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Michael Bennett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on.
Why did you call it in the out?
Right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
You know what? I called timeout because that's, you know what? I want some time
Morstead,
left
the punter, out to kick it off.
I want to try to drive up the field. I want some
That'll be
time.
taken in the end
So
zone.
I figured, you know, I I'm gonna go.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
So there was New Orleans was trying to drain the clock.
Player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but
we're going to try to get back down the field.
Protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield.
We're going to try to get down the field.
Sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
I don't got enough time.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I want to go deep. I want to go deep.
And it'll be second down.
I don't know.
Now Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought. First down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Come on now.
Oh, I want to go deep, man. I want to go deep, but I don't know.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering what's going to go good or bad for your team.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing now is Wentz. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get back to you two in just a second. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wildcard game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way. Let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. He finds Ajayi, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Again, it's Wentz. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Now, Wentz again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Wentz to throw again. Got a man open. It's Ertz.
Let's go, Philly.
Philadelphia.
Yes.
Zach Ertz. A
Yeah.
9-yard touchdown
That's what I'm
ground.
talking about.
And
Let's
the
go,
Eagles
Philly.
add on to their lead.
Yeah.
A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Great play.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. The result,
Okay, we might have an opportunity, MC Eagles, to make it, man, past the first round, man. Remember, last season we lost to Seattle in the first round, so we might have finally got it right.
Elliott
We
now
might
to
have
kick
finally
this
got
one
it
away.
right. Feels good, man. We came in the 16. We were struggling to get in the
This is
playoffs.
taken about 7 yards deep.
Feels real good.
And no run back here. This
It's
will be a
definitely an
touchback, and it comes out to the
We want to make it at
25-yard
least
line.
past the first round. I don't know how deep.
They wanted you to go for 2. Why didn't you do it?
Of the second half.
I ain't going for 2.
Offense, first time to touch the ball.
I didn't want to go for 2. I ain't going for 2. I don't need to go for 2. I'm good.
What they have planned.
I went for 1 because it's a short deal and we're up already. No, I don't need to go for 2.
These are the sequence of
I
plays
don't
we
need to
want
go
to
for
run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Will you have a home game, you think, in the playoffs?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
Oh, no, they're not going to give me a home game.
Up only to about the
I don't think so. I hope so.
Just
You
a
know?
yard on the first
Would
down
have
carry,
made it a
so it's second
3-score
and
game.
9.
Well, they still have time
Yeah.
to get him
You know
established,
what I
but
mean?
in my estimation, they've
I'm
got to
hoping
pick up
we
the
have
urgency here. They've got to get
made
quickly
it a
in and out of the
3-score
huddle
game.
and run off a bunch more plays.
Right.
They run it again with Kamara.
I hope so,
They
MC
get a
Eagles.
yard,
Welcome.
maybe
What's the
2
new
up
guy's
to the
name?
46.
Stephen Watts. What's his
Well,
name?
they're hoping that the second half is better for him than
Okay,
the first half.
welcome,
They've
Stephen
got to find
Watts.
a way to
Welcome
get
to
him
the
going as
stream,
a
buddy.
big part of their offense.
Yeah, MC
The
Eagles,
Saints on
man. You
third
know,
down.
man.
They've
Of
hit
course
4
I
of
want a home
7.
game.
This will be 3rd and 6.
All the teams that played today, they won at home. All the home teams won, so I'll be the first.
Shotgun now for Breeze.
You
And
get
he
it?
couldn't hang on to
Yeah,
it through the
let's go.
contact.
That's what I'm talking
Incomplete.
about. Yes. Yes.
We're into the second half.
All
now.
right,
This is an
let's
offense that
go.
continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Good
Looks like
defense.
they're just totally
Really?
out of sync, whether
That's
they're
what I'm
running the ball,
talking about.
passing the
Yes.
ball like we saw there. I don't know. The
Yeah,
rhythm
man.
seems
Yes.
off.
This is good, boy. This is good. Yes.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Okay, they should let us go on the 40 now because he didn't keep the ball in. Okay.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading
Yeah,
out of the
Carson
field.
Wentz,
How do you break down his game so far? Just
one
the one touchdown
no
pass, but
24-10.
sometimes the touchdown pass
Right,
that
good day
doesn't tell the whole
Wentz.
story.
It really doesn't.
I made a
Not
good
until you
decision.
balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. To throw is Wentz. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Run it here.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
Then see 3rd and 1 short of run it.
The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Pressure comes and down it goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Mike Bennett in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive line. What moves they need to do to set him up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Michael Bennett. Big boy style. Eat that mud, Drew Brees. Look, he tried to move it. Bam, bam. Woo, came from the blind side. Let's go, Philly. Came from the blind side.
They need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, chill. Hey, we're waiting.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
So, Brandon, we started with a lot of
Why do you never run the ball, especially on short yard situations? Who would LF had the first Pro B?
Hey, you know what? I can't run that good. A lot of times when I run my running back, Jay Ajayi, or I think Clemens, a lot of times the defense shut down my run. That's why I don't go with the run. I go with the run, but the defense,
I wouldn't be
shut me
surprised
down.
to see them run the ball here.
I
Just
can't run that good on here. I can only run a little bit. I'm not that good with the running back on 19.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
Clamp down defense.
They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it. They helped out with field position.
Here's Thomas Morstead now.
This is how they should have been playing in their preseason game.
Backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
This is how they better play on Thursday night against Atlanta, like this. They better play like this, or somebody gets fired.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Carson Wentz along
K
with his
I was
offense heading back
JW
out
wasn't
there for
trying
their
to
next
tell you how to
possession.
play
He's
or
been
say
pretty
you got
solid,
it
pretty
wrong. I was
consistent,
just
the one
suggesting.
touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking
Yeah,
for out of your field leader.
okay,
Making
no problem.
sure that you're playing well,
It's
and
all
not
good.
making any big mistakes.
I still hold my
Oftentimes,
own
that's how
fate
you're
anyway,
judged.
MC Eagles.
How
It's all
big a
good,
mistake
man.
and when it occurs.
It's no problem, man. It's all
so
good.
far, they'll like that.
It's all good, buddy. It's no
You
problem.
agreeing with me? That's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted.
I shouldn't have went for that.
First round pick,
I
Patrick
should not.
Robinson.
Damn. I knew I shouldn't have went for that. I should not have went for that. Oh my God, who was that? Patrick Robinson. Dang. He caught me from the blind side. I thought that I threw it enough. See, that's another problem. When I throw the bomb, they never go all the way, man. The corners
He's
always
going to
pick me
lead the
off.
Saints up here, 1st and 10
This has
at
happened
the 40.
many games this season. This same type of scenario happened on the pass. Shit, we get picked
So
off.
after the INT, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy
Ben
on
wasn't
first down,
expecting
but a
that he jumped
very
right in
consistent
front
type
of it.
play.
Right, you see what I'm saying? Go back and look at that play.
Of the
It
running
looked
game,
like I had
but
him.
it can be
It looked
if that
like I
pass is
burned him.
completed.
You know what I
Because
mean?
you hit a guy on the run like
I don't know. That might be a
You're
glitch,
can go
man,
for big
on the
yardage.
game.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Gets it to Meredith complete.
They looked like Alshon would have had a wide open touchdown.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch
Oh,
and a first
definitely,
down.
man.
At
I
this
mean, you
stage,
can go
this
back to
drive's got
that
to be
play
touchdown or
all
bust
day,
because you need
and
2
you
of
can
them.
see that might be a glitch,
play
man.
caller. I'm not just
But
looking
there's no way that that
dagger
corner
plays
can get there like
downfield.
that.
I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With
No
a
way.
sense of urgency.
No way, man.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces
Oh,
a new
my
set
God.
of downs.
And it looks like that
You can see the time and effort and
interception
thought
right
they
there,
put into their passing
that
game.
might strike a
Because it's
momentum.
evident right there.
I don't know.
It
Something
looks
might
like a
change
simple
there.
pitch and catch.
I'm starting to get a
But
funny
you and I
feeling, man.
both know
Here it
they
goes.
have planned for this.
Whoa!
Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, 34 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
There is a glitch. It said forced fumble
This
led
is
to
taken
points.
at
It was an
4.
interception, not a fumble.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. On first down, Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ready. We're waiting.
On first down, Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Here we go. Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze now on first down. That's caught by Meredith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Breeze now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
36.
Breeze to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw, Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Now Breeze. And it's caught. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw is Breeze. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Back to throw, Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Wentz to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to 5. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Seconds left.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Let's see what happens.
One possession game.
All right. They don't got no more
timeout. A factor.
We know they're going downfield.
How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of
Philly
cases,
defense
they
gotta
should
step up
be
now.
somewhat
I'm
relaxed.
going to say we're going to play off
counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But
Everybody,
this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation.
They don't need a TD to win it.
Having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do what they want.
There we go. Good defense, Philly.
Come on, let's stop them.
Let's stop them. And how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the
we're going to
ones
go
you
with
really hope
man
your
up
guys
3
come
deep.
up
That's
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You need him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill.
It's Drew Brees, though, but he got to go
He's
deep.
back to throw.
If you're going to beat us, you got to beat us deep.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Everybody back up.
A good gain of 14 there.
This
and it moves
is
the
it.
chains.
Second round.
And the spot comes with 9 seconds left to go.
Oh, I need a touchdown, I think, to beat us like that.
And the clock stopped at 8 seconds.
Man, oh, man. Oh, my God. All right, whatever happens here, the faith of God. Because I don't know. This is it. Let's step up, Philly. This is it. Last play. This determines our fate.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Finally passing.
Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.